Chelsea, and thank you for letting me be here today with you in McMullen. From time to time, you may all think that you're invincible. Nothing can stop you, and that you can get away with anything. But is this the same with drinking and driving? B.L. Zatter of psychologist states, all levels of blood alcohol concentration, the risk of being involved in a crash is greater for younger people than for older people. You all said that drinking and driving is a very bad thing. Nothing can come good out of it, and that it can hurt not only the person driving, but also the other people on the road. The majority of you also said that in one time in your life, you thought that you were invincible. You thought that you could get your satisfaction of either going to Taco Bell, or Steak and Shake, or Burger King, or going out to an after party or to the district after you go out that night. When I was 10 years old, I got to experience my sister get hit by a drunk driver. Today, I am going to talk to you about the horrors of being in a drinking and driving accident. My sister was 17 years old. My sister's birthday, and she turned 17. It was a normal birthday celebration in my household. Go out to dinner, and her favorite place to go was Texas Roadhouse. And after that, we went back home to open up her gifts. I was only 10, so I looked up to her like she was my role model. I followed her around all the time, and let me tell you, she was not a fan of this. Some people say that I followed her around like a dog follows around their owner. When dinner was over, my mom and dad, brother, and I hopped into our car, and my sister got in her car because she was with a friend prior to dinner. The weather was nice, it was sunny out, the sun couldn't be any brighter, and we couldn't be happier for what was going on. On the way home, the song In the Club came on by 50 Cent, and this used to be my favorite song when I was like 10 years old. And my dad said, what do you kids this age listen to these days? And I started laughing. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So we were in this happy moment, and nothing else could have gone wrong. We watched my sister go up the street and almost turn on our street as well. But on the left side of our corner of our eye, we see this car going about 50 miles an hour in a 25-mile-an-hour speed zone. We thought nothing of it. You know, this car's going to stop. It's a nice, bright day out, and they're going to see the stop sign. But we were wrong. We then saw what was coming. My mom yelled, "Rachel, go faster! Rachel, go faster!" But screaming inside of our car could not have helped my sister in that moment. The car that was going 50 in the 25-mile-an-hour speed zone hit my sister right in the driver's side, put her into the other lane of the street, put her into the neighbor's yard, and hit a tree. My family was in shock. That perfect day that we had was now a tragedy. We ran out of the car to see if my sister was okay. We opened the door, and she was laying there, blood dripping down her face, just like water dripping down your face on a rainy day. Only being 10, I was terrified. My role model that I looked up to all my life was laying there looking like she would have been dead. I was bawling my eyes out. With such pain in my heart, it felt like I was being stabbed. My dad goes to see if the other girl was okay, and of course she's fine. She gets out of the car, and right in that moment, we could tell that she's been drinking basically all day long. She stumbled out of the car. You could smell the alcohol radiating off of her body. Then the cops come, and they say that if she did not have her seatbelt on, she could have been dead on impact. Ralph Hudson, a professor in social science and the behavioral science department, explained, overall in 2002, 44% of those who died in traffic crashes involved drinking drivers. 7% were drivers in vehicles and struck by drunk drivers. So as you can see, the people that get hurt most coming out of these accidents are not people that are in the car, but it's usually people that are in the car that get involved in the accidents. However, Matthew Chambers, a researcher, innovator, technology, and administrator, states since 2003, when my sister was in her accident, the number of drunk driver fatalities have decreased 25%. So now I'm going to show you a picture of my sister, of what happened to her. And this, it might be a little blurry for some of you, I don't know if you're... This is her face after getting hit by the driver. The the glass from the car came out and hit her on the face. She had about 100 stitches in her face right here, and then her eye, she had to have 50 up here. And then this was a picture of it after all done. She got stitches in it, cleaned up and all. I was going to bring you in the picture of the car, but I thought that might be a little bit too dramatic. It was not a very good sight. So as you can tell, you do not want to be in this position. It is not a good thing to be in, and it doesn't help anybody. Overall, looking back on my experience, drinking and driving is not worth the munchies or going to the after parties. It not only impacted my life today, because of now being in college, it had impacted my life then as well. There is no need for harming a life, especially your loved ones. Don't choose drinking and driving because it is a deadly choice. Thank you.